It's 4-0 to France. Surely it's all over. France, I think, have turned up to their own party, haven't they, Manu?
Yes, I think it's the best half we've done since the beginning of the tournament. I'm very pleased with the performances. I think we play as a team, very positive, very confident on the pitch, and we show Iceland that there is no hope for them during that game. So very happy with the first half, yeah.
It often happens, doesn't it, Ryan, when some team is so far ahead at half-time. They played very well, but also Iceland, they look tired, don't they, tonight? They really do.
Yeah, they've not turned up. I mean, we said that if France weren't up for it, then they could come unstuck, but I've been really impressed with their attitude. I know it's the quarter-finals and their attitude should be good, but they've been up for it right from the beginning, especially Pogba, Matuidi, tracking back, winning balls back, and then when you've got the players like Griezmann and Payet, it's very difficult for Iceland.
Ryan's talking about Matuidi tracking back, but also actually instrumental in the first goal.
Yeah, Giroud's goal. What they've done well, they've got players in between the lines and they've moved the four midfield players around. And that's how the goal come. You know, they just make a little run. Arneson gets dragged out of position. He's about half a boot offside, but the linesmen are not going to see that. So they have to give him the benefit of the doubt there. But it's the movement of the centre-back. It's Payet who just goes short and Arneson goes with him. And that's enough just to give Giroud a little look at the back of his number. There's no need to go in there because they've got two midfield players. Now he's going to run off the back of Arneson. Thinks he's offside, but he's not. And once he's away, there's no stopping him. Great finish, Manu.
Yeah, I think technically we were very good in the first half. This is what was missing for us, you know, for the last few games. And you can see, you know, every shoot, you know, every time they touch the ball, there is no. It's very good, you know, and very impressed. This is where we were waiting for them, you know, since a long time. So I'm very happy with that. Yeah.
Whenever we see Pogba playing like this, Manchester United fans start beating the ground in frustration, don't they? At what got away from them for frankly, peanuts, for compensation money. What young player do you remember in Paul Pogba at Old Trafford?
No, he's a talented player, you know, can shoot with both feet, pass the ball with both feet, and you don't realise how big he is. I mean, obviously he scored the headed from the corner, but physically he is immense.
Strong, yeah.
He's strong, he's quick, and he's got everything. He has got everything.
When he gets a run on you from a corner as well. I mean, we can argue all day long about man-to-man marking and zonal. I know Glenn's not a big fan of it. We used to do it at Arsenal, but to get a run on you like this, it is very difficult. For me, that's where he heads the ball from. The goalkeeper, for me, has got to be coming and punching that. He knows his defenders are standing in a zonal marker, but Pogba does so well to get up. He's got the run on the defender, jumps over the top of him, but he's 5 yards out when he heads that. I think goalkeeper's got to come and punch that. And most of the time they get a foul. So, but it's still a great header, and 2-0. At that point, you think
it's over.
There's no way back.
Yeah. We did actually say, you said within here that it might be a cricket score, as we say in England, Manu, and it might still be, actually. Payet and Griezmann had a little battle for top goal scorer at the moment.
Yeah, this is what I like as well in this game. They play all together, you know, very closely, you know. Just a small space between lines and players. This is why they find themselves very easily between the lines, and for me that makes a big difference. We play as a team. All the movement, we did it all together all the time. Make a big changement.
Yep. Would you make a change at half-time, just having a look that Giroud and Koscielny are both on yellows?
Absolutely.
Germany coming.
Well, why wouldn't you? Because there's only a bad thing can happen. There's only a booking and
yes.
missing the semi-final. So the thing is with the way they played, the movement has ruined Iceland. We didn't have movement when we played against them. The French movement has been superb.
Almost got through half-time without mentioning England, but not quite.
Sorry. Sorry.
4-0 to France at half-time. And that's really the point, Manu, isn't it? You'll be thrilled about how well you played going forward. But having conceded 2, does that concern you?
Yes, because it happened against where I fear the most on free kick, corner and set pieces. So we conceded 2 easy goals. We have to give credit to the Iceland team because they show great character in the second half. But against Germany, they are very good in this area, so we have to be careful. Remember what happened the last World Cup in the quarter-final. We conceded a goal and we lost in the quarter-final against Germany on a free kick.
Yeah, but going forward, France looked terrific tonight, didn't they? It really did look like it clicked into gear for them.
Yeah, really impressed with them tonight. I thought their attitude right from the beginning was good. Mentioned it at half-time, Pogba, Matuidi, I felt that they set the tone, and then gradually as the game went on, Payet, Griezmann in them little pockets, which caused Iceland a lot of problems.
The word enigma was almost invented for Olivier Giroud, wasn't it? I mean, he gets stick from his own fans at the Emirates and at the Stade de France as an impartial. When you've watched him, obviously, last season and when you were in the Manchester United dugout, when you look at Giroud, what do you think?
Well, he's a handful. I mean, he can hold the ball up. He scores goals. Obviously, physically, he's very strong. But, yeah, he can be frustrating at times. But to be fair to him, in this tournament, he's pitched in with a lot of important goals.
For me, he's always good when he's under pressure. Simple as that.
What, you mean pressure from outside the pitch or during the game?
From his manager, from the fans. Every time he's under pressure, he reacts in the right way all the time on the pitch.
I think he gets a bit of a bad run of it at times. What frustrates people about him, certainly me, is he goes down too early. He's a big guy and he throws himself around a lot. And so when he's not playing particularly well, that people remember that. But he does get some... He probably misses a few goals that you think he should get, but I tell you, when he's in this sort of mood, I mean, it's a great run off the back of the defender, and once he gets in this position, that's a good finish. That's a striker's finish, head down, good strike through the goalkeeper's legs, and he'll always likely to get you one of these. He's always good at that last stitch, right on the back of the shoulders of defenders. It's a brilliant ball.
Yeah.
But he's always up there. And, sometimes I think he gets a bit of a bad run of it.
A ball described by Glenn Hoddle with a lot of swaz on it. Could you define swaz for our viewers, please?
When you see a ball like that, it's got swaz on it. I don't know what it means, but seems all right. Seems like the right word.
Well, you were good at delivering it. You could see that Payet. That was that. Because the goalkeeper had to come for that, didn't he? Because if he hadn't, I'd be saying to you, why, when he's headed it in from 6 yards out, has the goalie not come for it?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of very good crosses in this game from both sides. But Payet, when it's straight like that, you have to put a bit of swaz on it. Because it's a very hard skill to get it up and down in a straight ball. But yeah, that's what Giroud is good at. I mean, he's so big and powerful that he should use his physicality a lot more than he does.
The good thing from France's point of view, this is shown at Arsenal. He scores in batches, and then as we saw, he didn't score for 4 months, but that's not something that France have to worry about. So the fact that he is in a run of goal scoring,
yes,
fingers crossed. He does do that. He has good.
He did it in the preparation games before the start of the tournament, and did it during the tournament as well. Most of the time we've been very critics about him because he has to get 5 occasions to score 1 goal, and I think he's been very efficient during the tournament.
We can have a look at who's leading the goal-scoring charts. Griezmann is up there with 4, and that's interesting. Obviously Gareth Bale's in there, but how many Frenchmen are in there as well? If it is level, then it'll come down to assists. We won't worry about that now. But Griezmann, Bale, Payet, Giroud, obviously Morata can't. Gomez is out for the rest of the championship. Never rule out Ronaldo or Robson Kanu, for that matter, in there as well. So interesting, how many Frenchmen are up there? Griezmann.
Still a long way to go to break the Platini record. 9 goals.
9 goals, yeah.
But I'm very pleased with that because that shows that we have a great potential up front and we play offensively. And today what pleased me as well, that we scored 5 goals and 5 different players scored. So it came from different players.
Yeah. Griezmann's had a good championship, hasn't he? We said earlier, it looked like he was just mourning his Champions League penalty miss a little bit at the start, but he's really coming into some form. Yeah,
he's had a great season, hasn't he? And he is a talent, and he's very elusive when he just picks himself up in them little pockets behind the midfield, in front of the defenders, and it's very hard to pick up. And he's got that turn on the move. And of course he can finish. I mean, that is, when you've got time on the ball, it's very hard. It looks easy, but his finish was just calmness.
He loved to play with Giroud as well because he takes all the buffer in, he just pops into that little hole, as he said, and then he picks all the pieces up, and his movement, and Payet as well, they've grown an understanding, their movement together, and they just keep picking each other up. So
what you would imagine that Rami would come back in from TT for the semi-final. What about the Sissoko Kante discussion? Because Sissoko,
I think it's going to be difficult for Deschamps.
Thank you very much,
because when you look at the system, I think it's going to be difficult because of the system. Because we have played with 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, and today we play exactly the same way we finished against Republic of Ireland, which was our best 30 minutes during the tournament. And Sissoko, for me, has responded very well against Switzerland, and today, again, in terms of physical presence, in terms of tactical, skills all the time, try to make the balance very, very good. No, honestly, this is why.
Disagree with you.
This is why I think Coman, it will be difficult for Deschamps to put him against Germany, because we need to have some strength physically, because Germany are very strong physically and very good tactically as well. So we need to get that kind of player in the midfield area.
Yeah. Okay.
We need to go to a break. Yeah, this could go on all night.
Why?
I just want to disagree with you.
France through to the semi-finals.
Well, Mark, the Icelandic fairy tale has come to an end. Their supporters have been outstanding again tonight, and the players are over there with their supporters now, thanking them for what they've done. But in terms of the result tonight, was that down to the fact that France did everything right, or was it partly down to the fact that Iceland started the same 11 players for all 5 games in 20 days?
Yeah, maybe, but the main factor was the spirit of the French players. They really take the game out of the hand of the Iceland players. The rhythm, the actual desire to create something, just make it happen. It's just like a lot of runs, a lot of things that you say, you ask question for the defenders, because they're able to really think the right decision, make the right move. They couldn't cope with the movement of Griezmann, Giroud, strength, and all the crosses, and it's great result because the spirit was here for a great show and the great win at the end of the day. It's perfect day.
France hadn't scored in the first half in 4 matches so far until today. They got the early goal today. Was that partly what contributed, and the fact that they kept their concentration after that?
Yeah, concentration, but also Didier had more offensive players in front. So far they did score a lot of goals, and I think that we deserve this victory because we create opportunities of goals. We we control the game, and in the end a great victory. And of course we didn't underestimate the opponent.
No, you didn't, which possibly some other teams might have done. Well, exactly this time next week, Mark, I'll be standing here on this very platform. Will France be here, having won the tournament? Possibly Germany, quite possibly, you never know, it might well be Wales.
We're certainly hoping so. I want to ask Manu, obviously, as Clive said in commentary, France beat Germany at the Stade de France the night of the atrocities last autumn. But when it comes to major championships, Germany, West Germany as they were, get the upper hand. Is there something psychological about playing Germany at major championships?
When you see the regularity of Germany for the last World Cup and European tournament, it's impressive. So they're always being in a semi-final or in a final, they're always there, whatever happens. So we know what to expect against them all the time. They're going to be ready, even if they're going to miss some important players.
I mean, we can see 1958 was a third-place playoff in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Then there was the infamous Schumacher and Battiston.
Yeah,
when it was 1-1 after 90 minutes and 3-3. I mean, France been 3-1 up after 120 minutes.
I remember that game. I was crying. I was in my parents' home.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed by the German guys, and to be honest with you, I hate them back in the days.
Back in the days.
It's completely different now.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But I remember that. But you're right. Even winning 3-1, very close to the end of the game, we lost on the penalty. So they never, they never give up. You know that.
And when we look at the German team, it's interesting, Ryan, through the spine they've got problems for the semi-final. Hummels suspended, Khedira out, Schweinsteiger struggling with a knee injury, Gomez out. So, I mean, look, they're Germany and they'll have a great squad or whatever, but through the spine of the team, they've got some problems to sort out there.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they've obviously got a lot of quality to come in as well, but that's also a problem for France. What they're going to do? They changed the shape against Italy. I suspect they'll go back to a 4 at the back. But France will have a problem. What team are they going to pick? Who's going to come in for Khedira? I expect probably Muller to go up front instead of Gomez. And they've got enough centre-halves to come in. But, yeah, it's a problem for France picking the team.
Yeah. Let's hear from your old teammate, Patrice Evra, after that great win for France. Here he is with Lyon Man.
Patrice, congratulations. What pleased you most about the performance today?
We respect Iceland. I think that's pleased me a lot from the beginning of the game.
and it was a good start, and that's what we say before the game. And we know a lot of teams, they fell in this trap, and we didn't. That means like we were ready. We didn't want tonight to go out of the tournament against Iceland. We got a lot of respect for them, but you know, when they win against a lot of teams, and you can see what people say after that. And we didn't want to give, I will say, to the people a lot of criticism. And that's why tonight we give everything, and we say we were desperate to go to the semi-final.
Germany next, a huge game.
Huge game, huge game. They knock us out last tournament in Brazil. It will be a big revenge, but we are